everybody, good morning and welcome back to The Way Outdoors. So today we are going to be hiking Mount Princeton, which is just west of Buena Vista, Colorado. After we hike Princeton today, we are going to head back down and around to the Mount Harvard trailhead, where we will backpack in a few miles. Tomorrow, after camping in that basin, we are going to hike Harvard. So this trip will involve 2 different 14ers. It looks like I have about an hour until Buena Vista, where I will meet with Dom and Jake, and we'll get this adventure started. I'm really excited. 2020 has been a crazy year. This will be my first actual backpacking trip, even though it is August. I've done 3 14ers so far this year. These 2 will make it 5 for the year. Hopefully we find a beautiful spot in the basin. The weather's looking really good. No monsoons right now. Shouldn't be worrying about thunder and lightning or rain up top today, which is nice because we will be getting a little bit later of a start. Excited to get going. That's a pretty eerie sunrise right now. Got a blood red sun. Pardon my dirty window, but this sunrise is just magnificent. Well, looky what we got here. What's up, dog? How you doing, man? I'm good. Good. Hey, look at this guy. How you doing? Good, guys. How's it going? Good. Hello. Backward to the awkwardness. Yeah. Back at it. Just met up with Dom and Jake, and we are going to be heading to the Mount Princeton 2-wheel drive parking lot. They're going to park his Suburban there and then hop in the Mountaineer here. I heard this road is pretty tricky. It's really narrow and kind of hugs the side of this ridge, and it is a 4-wheel drive road. There's Mount Princeton. We are at the 2-wheel drive Mount Princeton trailhead. Back with Dom. Look at this guy. It's been a year. Actually, you know what's funny? We were at our 3rd day of glacier yesterday. So think about it. It's the 15th of August. We were in the heart of our glacier trip last year at this exact moment. That's crazy. And here we are reuniting again. Isn't that fun?
The fellowship has reunited.
You can see this whole valley is extremely smoky. The further up you go towards Leadville, up this direction, it's even smokier because the fires are up there and the smoke's blowing that way. Oh. But this is the 2-wheel drive lot. There's not a lot of cars here. I thought it was going to be packed, but I think because of the fires, not a lot of people are really getting out even. You can't go along I-70 from some parts, and Independence Pass is closed. That is Princeton, and that is the 4-wheel drive road, I think. I've heard it's really narrow and kind of rocky and rough. We'll see. This will be my 4th 14er of the year. It's gonna be a good one. Doing Harvard tomorrow too, after we camp.
This is a very steep 4-wheel drive road, and it has been pretty rough, but
Pretty gangster for sure.
we're sending it. A Tahoe came by at like 50 miles an hour, but...
What did he do, turn around?
No, he pulled off. They waited for you.
Thank you.
It's tight, but...
We are on the road going up Mount Princeton. We got everybody in?
Chaps.
There's Dom, there's Jake. Okay. So we made it to about 10,400 feet, and the road just gets really hairy. There's a big switchback here, and there was a car actually right where I'm kind of standing right here. A few more made it up the road, and you can actually drive to 10,008 or 11.2. And again, we're at about 10,400. The road was really rough, rocky. There were some big ruts at the end here, and a couple guys were just sending it, including this one. They were just...
He was going for it, for sure.
We got parking, so I'm glad. It is Saturday, and it's about 9 o'clock. Yep, 8:53. So we're going to start up the road, and the trail will split off at about 11,200 feet. And from there, we actually have views, I think, of the summit the whole time. I was gonna bring my tripod to get some more shots, but I think I'm just gonna do trekking poles and walk this road a little. And
what are those in your hand?
So, yeah, I'm bringing trekking poles.
I've never seen him use those before.
I know. I used them on a couple trips this year. I think Harvard tomorrow. I'm gonna bring the tripod. So, but we got a really exciting day. We're gonna hike this guy and then head back down and drive up to Harvard and then backpack in. So we're walking this road. Pretty rocky. We just saw 2 more vehicles go past us heading this way, and the gentleman we spoke to said there wasn't many parking spots up here, so we'll see how that looks. Everybody's got their own preference on what a good parking spot is. Reached the radio tower parking lot, and there's actually a lot of parking. So it was a half mile from where we parked to here.
All right, so had a little change of plans. Michael Johnson and Dom just went out that way. We parked down there a little bit. We hiked up a little bit up that road a bit. We decided to come down because we were told that there wasn't really parking up there. But as we're walking up, you can see there's, you know, parking right where I'm sitting. You could park a car here, and up there a little bit, there's parking all over the place. So we're starting to think that maybe not a place that they would park, but plenty of places that we would park. So because me and Dom had a long day yesterday, I got a little bit of a hurt ankle. I'm just gonna wait here, and they're gonna drive back up, and we're gonna drive more to the top, save us like 1,000 feet up, you know? Yeah, that's what we're doing, so they'll be back soon. There they are.
We're gonna go up to the top. You need a ride?
I think I do, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dom route.
The Dom route.
So Jake, Dom, and I think Jake filled you in a little bit. We headed up beyond the trailheads, and we're actually right here. We parked in a very precarious spot.
We saved ourselves.
We actually turned around right here too, but Dom helped me spot me and turned around here facing down now. And
we're
we're at about 11,008 now.
1,650 feet about
more than
higher than we were.
And Jake and Dom did Shavano and Tabeguache yesterday, which is a big day, over 5,000 feet.
After a 5-hour drive.
After a 5-hour drive, and they just, you know, were feeling it. So Princeton's kind of not extra credit, but it's supposed to be an easier climb. It is 10:02, not bad. This road was a beast. It was, I think it might be the roughest road I've done so far. The Uncompahgre Nelly Creek road is really hairy. There's more ruts in that one, but the length of this one with just the rocks. Here we go, going up Princeton. Here now, walking across some pretty big rocks. I've heard this trail does have some scree for the majority of the hike, and it looks to be that way. We're going to be actually going across this ridge here and then up there to the left and taking the ridge to the summit. It's quite a way to get down from a 14er. Another one just took off. Must be a really good ridge.
I wonder how long
and the air current must be pretty consistent up here. Look at this smoke though.
Easy.
Leadville's up there. We're gonna be driving up the Mount Harvard in Columbia. All right, we made it to the ridge. It's gonna be really windy. All right, so it's a little windy. We are at the ridge. The summit is right up there. Dom is going on ahead a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. Jake was having a little discomfort in his ankle. Here's the ridge. It looks like we're gonna get into a little bit more rocky stuff here and then make the push for the summit. So we're gonna be heading up. Princeton summit. Got a couple beers waiting for us. Dom's jamming ahead, taking a nice little breather. View.
It's pretty good. This one out here especially is cool.
There's a
that one's kind of back down into Buena Vista, which is kind of flat, and you can see buildings and stuff, so not so
Is this Antero, you think? Because you guys would have been on the other side of this doing Shav and Tab. Okay. I think we're about 13.8. Not too much longer. Always hard to breathe up here. Making that final push. A couple more 100 feet. It has just become rock hopping. Big old boulders. Slippery sand down there. So on the way down, make it a little tricky.
Stepping out of the depths of mortar right now.
See that Dom climbing up Mount Doom over there? That's looking over at Antero. Shavano and Tabeguache are down below there as well. And this is looking out towards Aspen and where the San Juans would be. And that's looking towards Belfort, Oxford. Tonight we're going to be camping past the stack of rocks in the sign. That's Harvard, straight past it. So we're going to be driving up and getting into that basin straight ahead in the middle. Some beer of the day today is Crooked Stave East Coast Juicy IPA. All right, made it up. Crooked Stave East Coast Juicy IPA. Delicious. Dom and Jake got one each. Got a little party up here. This is probably one of the best places you could possibly test that. This is very steep and loose. And yeah, this camera might not be showing how steep it is, but now we're getting some rocks again. But right behind us, I just showed you that dirt patch right here. It's no really way around it. You just got to slide a little bit. Getting down almost to the saddle, and then we're going to head down.
Good slipping.
What happened?
I had a good slippy, dude.
on his booty.
Just right on my butt.
Jungle booty.
Right on your jungle boogie, down the jungle, Jake. Get it on. And got some clouds coming in. It's looking real nice now. I love it. So we're making our way down.
Say making your way downtown. No, you want to. Just say
Downtown.
we're making our way downtown Buena Vista.
There's the road we're getting to. Dom's. He's running.
He's running good.
And that's the ridge. That's Princeton right in the middle there. Cool hike. I think we did it under 4 hours total. Took about 2 going up, and we made quicker pace coming down. It's just after 2 o'clock. Gonna head on down this crazy road back to Buena Vista. Probably get a pizza. There was a vehicle ahead of us that was
There she is.
jamming down, and
We can smell her brakes from a mile away. I don't know if people know, but you gotta be in first when you're going down these roads.
yeah, so this is where we originally parked.
We were right there.
I didn't film much of the really sketchy part. That's just a big drop off. It's coming up here, and
I hope you guys don't mind the stabilization.
oh my god. So we are back down. We just ordered pizza. We're gonna go pick up at Elkhorn Pizza in Buena Vista. It's actually the owner is a buddy of a guy I work with. I'm gonna actually go drop him off a 6-pack of some good Crooked Stave beer, and then we're heading up to Mount Harvard. Gonna throw on our backpacks and hike into that basin for the night. So we're done. We're gonna go get some pizza. Back in Buena Vista, Elkhorn Pizza. We got a variety, 2 different flavors.
Pineapple goes on pizza, just so you know.
It doesn't. That's why we had to do 2 different kinds.
Dom likes pineapple on pizza. Jake
does too.
Jake would rather eat a cat poop on pizza. I don't mind pineapple, but came here, buddy I work with. This is his friend's place. He's the owner and working right now. Chose to leave Denver and move out here to Buena Vista. It's beautiful. Dropped off a 6-pack of Crooked Stave East Coast IPA for him. Refueling, and we're gonna hike to that basin. Gotta head up the road and on to the next adventure.
On to the next.
Wait.
Take 3.
Yum.
Go.
Getting the foods organized.
All kinds of stuff. All that action.
They're packing up. We're gonna leave Dom's Suburban here in the parking lot and head up to Harvard. That's a pizza. It's about 4:15, so we had a little bit of late lunch, early dinner kinda. I'm sure we'll be hungry once we get settled in at camp and situated, but I just did this peak, I think less than a month ago, and I can't remember how long it took to go up the road. I think it was 20-30 minutes max. All right, making our way up the washboardy road to Mount Harvard. Woo! It says we got 3.6 miles, and it should only be 15 minutes to the trailhead. Compared to the Mount Princeton road, this thing is cake. We ended up only driving 17 miles, but it took 2-3 hours round trip between the two. 15 minutes should be at the trailhead. We're gonna get our packs on and start hiking up. Not sure how far we're gonna get up into the basin. I think reasonable camping starts at, you know, like 1.5 miles in, upwards to tree line.
Just cut that part out.
At about 4 miles, and we won't go that far necessarily, but maybe right around there, a little sweet spot. Jake and Dom are gonna be doing some hammocks, so we're gonna find some nice trees for them. Hopefully we'll be by the creek. It's looking great. Weather's holding up. Some clouds. Get up to this trail and get going.
If there's one thing that's never happened to Jake, it's he ran out of food.
It never even got close. I eat too much every time.
So much food.
First night at Grand Gulch. He's eating a freaking like Mountain House meal.
Someone's dinner. I think my dinner. Or something.
Yeah, he finished somebody's dinner, and then he's cooking a Mountain House meal. And Jamie had pointed out that this was like his 4th dinner that night.
Somebody's
like,
got to eat it, man.
At least 3 full backpacking meals he ate that night.
All lies, all lies all the time. It's gotta be more than this much water.
That's 11 pounds.
This guy's got like 5 liters of fluid.
To be honest, I do have 3 12-ounce beers plus a tall can, so that's 52 ounces of beer.
That pack's a little heavy, Mike. You can take some stuff.
Yeah, here, I'll just put it on the front of me. Like
Yeah.
this. We're gonna hike in 2 to 4 miles up into this basin here. This is the North Cottonwood Creek Trailhead, and it is 5:20. Gonna go set up camp.
We just
night.
climbed a 14er this morning.
They did Shavano and Tabeguache yesterday, and we just did Princeton. Drove into town, restocked a little bit, got some pizza, and
Some pizza.
We got some pizza.
Got some pizza.
We're heading up.
Couple pieces of pizza each.
A piece.
Few. Dominate 4.
I made 4 pieces of
I
pizza.
know you ate.
All right, so off we go.
My fly was down that whole time. I hope you guys don't notice.
Well, it says put it out, every spark dead out. It would say something.
It doesn't say anything. I think we have fire.
We could, from what I...
Gotta make sure you put it out. Yeah. We're gonna cut Jake's beard hairs and use it as tinder.
That's good fuel.
That's why I grow it.
Yeah, like when you need a fire.
Whoa.
Whoa. The dome route.
I brought little scissors.
The way outdoors.
You just trim it as you need it.
My first time in 2020 backpacking. Should just be a few miles. It's kind of fun doing this at 5:30 in the evening. A lot of people are gonna be hiking out and we're headed up. A little bit cooler temperatures now. And we're gonna be in the forest for the majority of this hike today, since we're just hiking into camp, and then we'll do harbor tomorrow. We've reached this bridge. My last video is Columbia.
It's the first creek crossing. It's in every episode of The Way Outdoors.
What more would you ask for?
He's not even gonna use this footage.
Going to the Collegiate Peaks Wilderness.
What does he even say?
Gonna walk past the sign. Gonna walk backwards. Don't look It's a little different.
It tastes like honey mustard. Does Chick-fil-A not taste like...
honey in it.
It's definitely honey mustard.
So they're having a discussion about Chick-fil-A sauce, whether it's closer to burger sauce or honey mustard.
There's shenanigans to say other.
I'm kind of confused too, because to me it's kind of like burger sauce with honey. It might have some mustard.
I think it's the same as, it's not that I don't like the sauce, it's that I don't get the hype, just like In-N-Out. Don't get the hype.
Oh, all right, heading back over the bridge. Again, I was just here like last month doing this hike.
Yeah. He said.
Look at the way he moves. Burn it, burn. I like the way you move. Burn it, ooh. This is great. Beautiful. All right, we have made it to camp just before 7. We're at 11,150 feet. And we are 3 miles in on the dot. Took us 1 hour 20, that's not bad for hiking a 14er and carrying big ass packs up here. So we found a nice spot, good firing, plenty of flat spots for the tent. These guys are gonna do hammocks, some good trees. I'm gonna take this damn pack off. And we have the creek just on the other side of the trail here. Made it. Big day. All right. This looks good to me. I'm gonna pull out my 17 beers. Whew. Man, those traps weren't ready for that. So this stuff here, I get it at Sprouts. It's derived from a plant, the arnica flower. It's a strain from Montana. They're little white balls, and you just let them dissolve under your tongue. And you can take 5 during exercise, 5 after, and they're supposed to help with inflammation. I've been taking them, and days that I take it, I don't see as much problem with swelling. Could be placebo, but pairing that with some ibuprofen and water feels pretty good. So just relaxing, gonna set up tent. You guys had a big day.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
Big day yesterday, big day today.
a lot of stuffs.
Long drive home.
Ooh, can't forget the happy hour. Got some bullet rye, about the small one. This is only one night. Sometimes you need some liquid courage. Coming down that road and going up that road to Princeton today was pretty hairy. It's cooling down here. Don't know if the guys want to have a fire. There's firewood around. Can definitely do that. Been a great day. I mean, for me, I drove out from Denver today. You'd be able to do 14 or drive to another trailhead and hike in here 3 miles with a full pack is, you know, it's a lot of work. Now that I'm working 9 to 5 and only have weekends, kind of got to utilize that time. Pretty cool logistics for this trip. Something different doing 14er and then backpacking after. Our legs are screaming at us. But listen to that.
I say
My mama said, Mama's wrong again.
It's like Gandhi. Jake and I were talking about this yesterday.
That's funny though.
You want to spray, bud?
Spray what? Yeah.
Buggy boy? Fuck you doing?
I ain't got a bug net, but I got a bug shield.
I'm not partial for that.
Yeah, dude, I really thought that the setup I got right now is good.
When are they moving? He's keeping it kind of hush hush. Soon, though.
He's just gonna like appear in a
Studio's
city.
being built. Honk.
Best spot with the flat ground underneath. Guys, Mike forgot beer.
Hey guys, I didn't bring any beer. You know me and my priorities.
I'm gonna bring 4 cameras, no beer.
Dom thinks it's funny to tease me about the beers, but he's not kidding. This is a one-night trip. So,
Didn't you pack 4 on Glacier?
I did 6 on Glacier.
I did 6 as well.
So, one of these beers will be a summit beer tomorrow, but we got tiramisu, imperial pastry brown ale brewed with coffee, vanilla, cacao, and bourbon barrel aged goodness. Cricket stave. We have prairie rainbow sherbet, which literally tastes like ice cream rainbow sherbet. Cricket stave IPA, staple, good go-to. And Dom got me a Dale's, which is nice and light. Well, it's actually 6.5, but I might drink that on the way down. I might do a summit beer and then do that on the down. Like once we get cleared of all the steep and we're going through the basin towards the end of the day. Good. Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm good. I could feel like sharp little pinpoint.
All right, well, we made it to camp. We're just across the way right here from the stream. There's a group over this way. Looks like about 4 or 5 tents. Beautiful spot here. You can get out from the trees right here by the creek, and it's 7:15. Cheers. Got Crooked Stave IPA. Delicious. It was a great trip today. Pretty crazy to think I woke up in Denver.
Go get some more wood and bring it back. I won't move your camera, I promise this time.
Okay. I'm gonna do it all.
You're the only thing I know.
Life is normal again. Camping, a little Dom singing some EDM right on tune.
Man, to think like an hour ago, morale was low. But we're back. We're back on top.
We're back, baby. We are back. We are getting dug back. And we're the 3 best friends that anybody could ever have.
We're the 3 best friends that anyone could ever gonna ever leave each other. Oh no. So look, this sleeping bag just hugs it. Why would you do that? I don't know why he does it.
That's a good fire. I may or may not come join you later. I'm kind of into the hammock world right now.
Dog, I'm so comfy.
I brought all my snacks. I'm gonna eat all the snacks, and then wake me up in springtime.
Really though, how many times have we backpacked and had a fire? Like, as our group, have we had one? Dom's drinking rye whiskey. Yeah. You want some? We'll maybe wake up at 6.
Mike's like, dude, we can sleep in, you know, like 6. Definitely don't even know if I'm gonna eat my packet gourmet tonight.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna eat so much meat and cheese because I didn't eat a lot of it yet.
And it's heavy, dude. Get rid of that.
Yeah, and I'd rather just have
All
a
right.
backpacking meal.
One last look.
Did you see the face he did?
Yeah, the face was the
I like
only
it.
thing I was looking at.
One last look.
Intensity with the Taj Mahal.
Yeah. So it is 8:30 and pretty much dark now. We do have a little fire going. I might make my dinner here. We're not getting up till 6, so that's good sleep. I know everybody's tired though. Dom's gonna have some cheese and crackers. Jake's gonna talk nonsense, and we're just gonna hang out a little bit more. I'm gonna crack that tiramisu imperial brown. You guys want to try it?
Go for it.
Jake, you gonna have a sip?
No, I'm not. No, because you're gonna have me give you COVID, bro.
No. I said you can waterfall it. Don't snap your fingers at me.
You're right. That was rude. That was rude.
I offer him beer. And he goes, no.
I just do that a
No,
lot.
I'll give you COVID. You're
I just
scared
do
of my
this, like,
germs.
You have cups too, man. So it's about 7 o'clock. Got the coffee brewed. Gonna filter some water. The guys are gonna be getting up pretty soon. I didn't want to wake them up because they've done 3 14ers in the last 2 days. I'm gonna let them rest. It is gonna be a long drive home for them. It's a beautiful morning out here. We are 3 miles in to the Mount Harvard Trail. So that should give us only 4 miles from our camp to the summit. And then we'll come back down and break camp and backpack out the other 3 miles. Just filtered some water, been drinking my coffee. Beautiful morning. I was a little chilly last night. I was sleeping only in boxers. I didn't even have socks on. So halfway through the night, I put my sleeping bag liner in actually, and that really helped. It's irresponsible of me to not have socks and leggings on. I normally do when it's cold. That was just my dumb mistake. It looks like the guys might be stirring a little bit. They have a 5-hour drive home today. I have a 3-hour drive. I heard Harvard's a good climb. The basin looks beautiful once we get up out of tree line here, and I'm excited for this. This is day 2 of the trip, day 3 for the guys. I'm gonna go make some breakfast. Get ready to go. Breakfast. So I got the peach passion fruit. It's got some whey protein, so it's good for the morning. Just add 8 ounces of water and stir it up, shake it a little bit, and just let it sit for 5 minutes. Some people pour it into a cup or a bowl. I just drink it out of the packet. Can get a little messy if you don't know what you're doing, but it is the consistency of a smoothie. It is so good. Peachy. Oh, so good. I think I heard Jake snoring right now. I think he sounded like a woman crying. All night I heard conflicting sounds. So I noticed Jake's hammock is very taut. It's very high and horizontal. Dom's is a little more relaxed. I've never done the hammock camping setup. One thing I noticed is that it's kind of tricky being in a hammock is that you can't just wake up and have the privacy of a tent to change into and kind of organize because you're hanging. When it's cold in the morning, I get that it's hard to want to come out because you just get out and it's cold. A tent gives you a little more privacy. So I think I hear him though. I'm gonna go check out what's going on. Let's go see.
Well, good morning.
Hello, sir. What about this Kakuna Matata? He's still sleeping away. I swear, when he snores, it sounds like a middle-aged woman crying. Sounds like Jake's sleeping thoroughly.
Yeah. Dom just makes a whole lot of noise while he's awake.
I heard some movement, yeah.
I climbed into my hammock and I fell out like immediately because it just like turned over.
That's a good foot. We're going to be heading out from camp now. Pretty quick. Dom's filtering some water. Their stereo pens are broken, so they got to use my stereo pen.
Not broken. They're saying it's too cold out.
Oh, it's too cold.
Yeah, he's got the olds.
We have 4 miles to the summit and 4 back here, and then we backpack out 3 miles. Gonna leave camp kind of assembled, hammocks and tents up. Great camp spot. We've probably seen a dozen or so people head up the trail, some doggos. We are heading out of camp. Gonna be heading up the Harvard Trail. So, you guys ready?
I got my zipper up this time, Mike.
Ready to go. Heading up Harvard.
I didn't even press play though. I gotta press play. All right.
He's Optimus Priming it.
Optimus Prime, just keep on trucking.
So what's that joke all about, Dom?
So, Mike's an optimist, and he's also a transformer. So, we think he's like Gandalf, but also Optimistic Prime. Just keep on trucking. Honk honk.
Heading up this steep trail. This is pretty similar to what the trail looked like yesterday hiking into camp, but we had big heavy backpacks on. But we should be coming to the Mount Columbia turnoff here in a little bit, and we'll get our views of Harvard. So this is the Horn Fork Basin, kind of opened up here, and you get views. Harvard's one of those right there. I think it's straight ahead past this kind of rocky ridge in the middle of the shot as far as distance goes. Pretty cool. And Columbia is right up there. Walking through this basin right now. Beautiful morning. It was smoky in the valley yesterday coming up here, but there's not much haze in here at all. Sunny day, couple clouds. It's been gradual. I know it's gonna get really steep really quick here as we get up past tree line, but we're still trying to figure out what peak is actually Harvard. And this creek is really rushing up here. I know we have a crossing somewhere, so this might be it. How you doing there, Dom?
Hey, mate.
So this Horn Fork Basin right now is just beautiful. It's getting a little smoky smelling once you get up here. Blue skies, couple patchy clouds. Yeah, this is real rugged stuff. There's a lake up there somewhere, Bear Lake. It's either up on that little area up top there or a little further. But we think that Harvard is this one in the shade. One of these, maybe the nub or to the right of it, I think actually. But this is looking up where we're going. I think we're just gonna kind of zigzag up and over this ridge and then get up that one and up and over. And people do this ridge from Harvard to Columbia all the way. I mean, these rocks are really awesome up here. Look, this guy in the middle is a really cool feature. But again, people said it takes sometimes 3 hours to traverse. So we passed the turnoff for Bear Lake, which is out there. We're gonna make our way up through a little bit of rocky talus stuff right here up onto this ridge and continue on. So there's Columbia in the background there. And we just kind of got on top of the ridge over there. It's about 13,000 right where this trail goes up from this flat area. So we're starting up this slope. Nice well-defined trail. And we will get to the top of this grassy area and then start going up these switchbacks. I'll show you some people up in there. Switch back up through these rocks up onto kind of that saddle and then head up there. The summit's kind of right in the middle. You just hang to the right of this ridge, that nub and the other stuff, and summit's up there. About 1,200 more feet. All right, this is one of the steeper parts for sure. This thing just gained a few hundred feet pretty quick. And then we'll eventually get up on that saddle and up to the summit. We're about 1,000 feet from the top. And this looks like a good portion of it. You see Dom way up there in the yellow. Definitely one of the steepest parts right here. What a gorgeous basin. Horn Fork does not disappoint. We're at about 13.7 and the top is up there. Just got to head up this steep part, some bigger boulders, so we'll see how much scrambling we need to do. So the remainder of the ridge and the climb looks like this. Summit straight ahead. I might have to get a little handsy with some rocks, kind of do a little bit of scrambling. But this is the steep part. Not to say that all of this hasn't been the steep part. That's where we came up. We were actually down in those trees. Way down there. And a big climb. Looks like Dom is right at that summit. I think it's right after those big slabs. We're getting pretty close. Alright, here's the final push. Technically, I would consider this a little bit of class 3 moves, for sure. But they rate the peak as difficult class 2, which the majority is. Pretty awesome though. I'm gonna try to do some of this with one hand. See how we fare. Hey! Jake's going for the real top.
You got to.
Jake, good job. Up in the club, this is how we do. This is the rocky summit of Mount Harvard. It's looking towards Princeton and Shavano and Tabeguache. Pretty smoky. And this is looking over my shoulder to the west. Just hanging out on this rock. Pretty nice. Yeah, I think that's for sure Belford Oxford.
I think that's for sure Belford Oxford.
So, today's summit beer is Rainbow Sherbet by Prairie Artisan Ales. It's a sour ale with rainbow sherbet flavors.
Leave down in the comments somewhere. Do you say sherbet or
sherbet?
Yeah. Sherbet's 1 and sherbet's 2.
Sherbet's 1, sherbet's 2. And let us know what you think. These guys are out of Oklahoma. They do make some really good sours, among other beers. This one's pretty tasty. It really does taste like sherbet. It's got like a raspberry, lemon, and I guess lime is the last flavor in sherbet normally, right? Yellow, green, and red. 5.2%. It is a Sunday in August, and we have the summit to ourselves. Maybe just for a couple minutes, but
It's cold as hell up here.
and it's cold as ice.
I don't know about that.
You're willing to eat some snacks, I know.
Not willing. Really required to at this point.
What is my? What are the stats, Dom?
So, 12,900 elevation. We did some extra credits, so 13,000 elevation. 33.2 miles. 4 14ers. Yeah.
It's real talk. Real talk. It's a lot.
Hella L's.
Yep.
Hella L's.
This is definitely one of the more difficult class 2s. I think it's actually up there with one of the hardest.
Probably with Snuffles.
Snuffles, yeah.
I like that though. Honestly, there's something a little bit like not satisfying about getting to the top and not having to like crawl through some shit like that.
Right.
Even for that short distance.
That, I literally just scraped it coming up a rock. But
All right, we're heading down. Little scrambly section, and we'll be on our way. Pretty cool little gully. Looking into this basin here, there's a Missouri and Belford and Oxford are out there, but this is a whole different basin down there. But this is that scramble. That's what the final push to Harvard Summit looks like. Looking back down the basin. What do you think now that you made it? Looking when we were coming up and you saw.
I'm glad I did it. I was really from the gates. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to finish this today. But from the time before I had woken up in the middle of last night, I wasn't sure if I was going to make it. And I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that I finished it.
Oh yeah.
It's just down. Now it's easy.
Let's go.
It's easy.
This is the last real big steep decline, because once we get below this little talus field, we're just walking through that basin with the creeks and the flowers, and that's that sweet spot of elevation that I like. I really like that. It's probably, you know, like 11.6, 11.7 up to the mid 12,000s, and all the vegetation's really short and all the flowers are just brilliantly colored but really small. That's what you notice up here, is that everything gets really small. It's kind of like the desert, because there's such a limited amount of resources for growing. There's a lot of sun, but they really just got to cling on to what they are. Look at this, a napping Dom. I do see a Dom route heading up that mountain, and I think there's still some dust on the trail from your speed. You crazy mate. I want to see a cool move.
cool move.
That was a triple.
I don't think so.
Making our way through the basin. This hike has been excellent, a lot of fun. Princeton yesterday was a little lackluster just because we started above tree line, so we didn't get that full experience of the kind of alpine thing, but it was cool being up, you know, about this high with all the little wildflowers and all that. I have to say, today, the diversity of this route is really cool. You start in the trees, you go through some meadows, some like kind of marshy stuff, and then you kind of head up the scree field up into another meadow, and then kind of climb up some more rocky stuff, gain the ridge, and ultimately it gets real steep right up there. And then at the very end, you're doing a little bit of scrambling, using your hands a little bit. Going to be a tree line in just a little bit, but weather's holding. Got some clouds, beautiful, awesome, patchy clouds.
I walked by, baby. Woo! Look at him walking on by.
Way far off to the right, and I was like, no, we gotta go there still. And you were like, it's 0.3 miles away, and I'm like, pitted, mitted. Sometimes when it's cold, you gotta put the mittens on. You know?
Oh, this shot is epic. Dom coming on down. So this is the trail split for Bear Lake. Another group went over there. It's just over that rise. Really cool, you know, glacial alpine lake. Probably really cold. We almost went for it, but we got a lot of driving, both of us. These guys more than me. And after this long trip, we still got to get back to camp and break camp, load up the backpacks, walk back to the car, go from the car to the pizza place in Buena Vista where Dom's car is, and then that's where we will part. But that's still a couple little things we got to do. And I think it's about 3. Oh, it's 2:10. Never mind. Good. I'm glad it's not 3. We were hoping we'd be back by 3 or 3:30. Into the Wildflower Basin now. Just beautiful. This basin right now is just blowing my mind. Just a beautiful place. Not many people here either. And Harvard is straight ahead there. It looks so far away. This is a mighty fine creek. That's where we were getting our water out of. And I'm sure that goes down into our camp. We are just about back to tree line. Be nice here, it's been patchy clouds. Been very exposed for the majority of this day. It's heating up this afternoon. So we're just about getting into tree line. 3 miles back to camp. Finally, back in some trees. I said tree line like 20 minutes ago and it was just those tiny little shrubs, whatever those conifer pines are or something, but we're back in the trees and there's campsites all to the left and right of us. There's some people up here on the right. This is an area people recommended for us just to get closer, but man, we had a big day yesterday and where we were was really nice. I think this is the camp for the crew that's working on the trail for Columbia. Yeah, they got more heavy duty stuff than normal campers would have. Metal boxes and big ice chest coolers, things like that. So we are back in that meadow that we passed. I think we're less than half mile to camp. But if we would have pushed on a little bit last night, there were some spots up there, but it was a big day yesterday. And to be honest, this trail right now where we're walking is wonderful, this dirt, but the rest of it's just really rocky and there's roots and there's all sorts of stuff on the trail that's really uncomfortable for your feet. We're gonna get back into the thick of the forest here and we'll be to camp in just a couple minutes. And pack up and head down. We made it back to camp. Back at camp. Gonna disassemble things, pack up and head out. It was a good hike. Probably gonna go wash off on the river. I think my neck's really burnt. Oh, what? We made it back. Time to break down this party.
You're so goofy.
Yeah. I'm gonna break down my tent. I like doing this and just leaving the last hook on top, because then it kind of is fun, you know?
Yeah, I see you do it in your videos.
Does it look like fun? And then we're having fun. Everybody's having fun. We're having fun!
Walk hard.
Walk hard. Walk on hard, fast, up those mountain paths. Hard. It's my creed. That's my code. Who's gonna tell you when you're walking too slow? Maybe Dom's up ahead, maybe I don't know. Jake's in the back and his ankle hurts. That's my code. Hard. Is that recording?
That's how you eating sausage and cheese in the backcountry.
Oh. He told me he was hungry.
Need some of them Ritz.
That's so much cheese and so much meat. And another cracker.
Somebody else?
So here's a view of our camp spot from last night. We're about to head out. A little fire ring, some nice sitting logs. Plenty of room. Jake hammocked up right here, and Dom did back there. My tent was back against that log, but here's more spots up. You know, you could fit probably 6 or 8 tents in here. So, pretty nifty. No, I'm just gonna take mine.
Demoralizing, actually.
Yeah. How'd you like this camp spot?
Sucked. I thought it reminded me of Glacier.
The hike up in that basin kind of reminded me of Four Pass and the little glacier we almost too.
Definitely the best view of the whole trip was down in that basin.
I agree. All right, well, we're leaving camp. 3 miles to the car. Let's go. It is what, just past 4 o'clock. Long days on this trip. I think we are stuck in a time warp because it says we've been walking for 11 minutes. I feel like we've been walking for at least 20. This is what the trail looks like now. Just constant rocks of various sizes mixed in with tree roots. And after climbing a peak so big, kind of wearing on your sole of your foot. Got less than a mile back to the trailhead, the parking lot. We'll be done with this adventure. So we are just about back here. I think we got like a quarter mile. Almost to the parking lot. Here's that first bridge. But we're gonna finish up this adventure. Gonna drive Jake and Dom back to their Suburban at the pizza place. Elkhorn Pizza in Buena Vista.
Oh, okay, bye, Jake. Okay, me and Dom will do it.
Hell yeah, dude. Jake, yeah, hell yeah, dude. I think he's excited that we are back. Get that pack off his old creaky back. His ankle kind of hurt, but he's no squirt because everybody knows he plays in the dirt. It's Jake. Jake with the sticks. Jake with the remix. Jake's with the hips. Go.
Good trip.
Crooked Save IPA.
Save IPA.
Knees hurt.
Knees hurt.
Ankles hurt.
Ankles hurt.
Back hurts.
Cheers.
Feel better than ever though.
Yep. Heck yeah. So these guys did
33.2 miles, 12,900 elevation gain, 4 14er peaks, 3 days.
Yep. I haven't done the math yet of what I did. But they did awesome. I mean, there were some hesitations. Obviously a huge trip. 3 days back to back with hiking in, driving, all those details. They were originally going to do 4 Pass Loop by Aspen, and I was going to meet them and do Snowmass. And we'll come back and we'll plan that trip for sure. But they couldn't do it because of the smoke and the fires. So,
And the lack of shuttle tickets because of coronavirus.
Permits.
it's been a mess. We made this work, and it was an awesome trip. Great guys, and the first official video from The Way Outdoors.
The Way Outdoors.
The Way Outdoors.
Cheers, guys. And you gotta check out the Dom route. He's gonna be putting together a video too. I'll drop it down in the bottom somewhere. So with that, cheers to the Dom route, The Way Outdoors, and yelling in the woods.
Yelling in the woods. Jake's
Guys,
gonna
have a good
be
one.
so much more
We'll see you
famous
next
than
time.
us.